Hey everybody, I'm live, according to my monitor anyway. I'm Mark, the Pepper Guy, and I do a lot of DIY stuff on this channel, and I've kind of went away from all of the political stuff that I always talked about. But lately, I haven't been able to do any of the DIY things because my laptop died, and I had a lot of files on there that just got wiped out. I have a computer friend of mine working on it, and he says he may be able to get it to start spinning again. Never know. And then at least I can get my files back out of there. So it hasn't been fun and it hasn't been easy um, because I had to put all new computers in my craft room here and also downstairs in my office. And then I'm working off a tablet at work, and I don't know, wah, wah, wah. You get it. So I went with the Boss Game mini PCs, which are actually pretty nice. And I think I ended up with two of those for downstairs office and then up here, and uh, and a new monitor up here, and it's under like $250. My PC costs quite a bit more than that. So what I'm going to do is tell all of you that maybe might poke in or be watching this later. Remember to hit the like, even though you may not like the video, just to get the algorithm awake. It's not like it intentionally tries to screw us as people on YouTube, but it needs to be told that people watch this and they liked it, and then it gets it going, and you can share it. So I haven't been able to do a whole lot. I did get a laser, a freaking laser. Let's take a look at it. I think this camera will actually work. So here we go. We bought the Ortur. I think it's a Ortur um, laser. It's a 5 watt laser, kicks ass, and it's really pretty nice. I don't know if this thing I need to get flipped or anything, but I don't know how to do that either. Um, so that's it. There's my new monitor, um, and I've been doing a lot of projects. Let's see if I can show you that some of these. They're uh, they're way in the back here, and I really can't zoom in too much. But there's some of the wood engravings there, and coffee. Bring me coffee, and then we'll talk and stuff. So I've been working on that. A lot of the other stuff is for Prepper Guy. Was done mainly with printing and a heat press. Here was one of my laser ones to get that glare out of there. Um, so that's the Millennial Falcon I was dicking around with and got that. And then I did a few other ones that were that way. Hold on, let's get things back to whatever. Huh. Not really what I would call an easy computer camera. It's not handheld. So anyway, I'll be here for a little bit, just talking a little bit about some of the problems I've been having and stuff like that. And I hope some of you will come in, some of my subscribers. I think I have right under 50 subscribers. So anyway, I'm Mark. You guys have all met me. And I normally don't do live because I suck so bad at it. But I'm thinking of trying to get this set up a little bit better with the big screen. There's a story behind that. Hold on, and let me see if my wire is far enough away. This was our TV we had in the TV room, and then all of a sudden it just quit working. It was like, oh, I'm done. Fuck you. And so we had to buy a new one. And then lo and behold, before I took this outside, I plugged it in again, and it worked. So now I have two 65-inch monitors or TVs, one downstairs and this one here. So kind of cool. I mean, I can come up here and dick around, which I like doing. So I thought, well, I could move my camera. I got another tripod and a camera here forward, and then I'm thinking of getting like another workstation like this one here that goes up and down, to where I can set there and do other projects, and then maybe it could be like a fancy desk, like, oh, check me out, I'm so awesome. So kind of like Tucker Carlson and stuff like that. But I'm not that smart at all. So here's uh, you know this is some of the shit I listen to all the time is news, because I don't do the news on cable anymore. We cut that and it's gone. And so anyway, that's that. So what I've been up to is the last thing was the barn project that I was working on, and then we hit monsoon. So I got all of the I-joists built and I got them covered up. I bought one of those. It was like an $80, like the billboard tarps. I think it's badass. For $80, it's like 12 by 40 or something ridiculous like that. Way cheaper than them crappy blue ones and 10 times better. So I got it covered up, and then the monsoons came. So I don't want to start working on the barn yet, because once I get my beams up there and the I-joists across there, then I got to put my metal on, and I don't think I have a full day without it raining half the time. So I don't want to do that, because the TGI joists are they're made out of particle board. You've seen them on the channel there on one of the videos. So if they get wet, I mean real wet, they'll just weaken and screw up. So I want to put them up there. I'm going to get some paint, and then once they're up, I can spray them with exterior paint, and that'll help with a little bit of rain that might get in there. And then I'm putting on my old roofing, so it's real old metal, but what do I care? It's going to be an open barn, so it's not going to be that big of a deal that it's open. But I know moisture will get in there, so I want to get them painted, maybe like a dark gray or something. I'm not sure what my master plan is. My neighbor is a professional painter, so he was telling me that he has 100 gallons of some weird paint that he just mixes all together, and it's kind of a light gray tan. And he said if I threw some black in there, it'd be taupe. Kind of cool for a metal building. There's a couple in Bisbee I like that way, in that color. So anyway, that's why I haven't posted any of that. And then I was going to post, I had a video of me putting this laser together, and that got wiped out. Those files were on my laptop. So their history. A lot of my, God, like 5 years of graphic design and images for prepperguy.com, and a lot of the things I was going to make for mouse pads like this, they were on there. And I have another badass one. It's over there, for a lot of when I used to do a lot of podcasting, and I always create a thumbnail for each one. And they were pretty big size, and I was going to try to print them on bigger mouse pad material. But that was during the whole COVID thing, and I couldn't get them. I might still redo some of those images and do that. So when you lose everything on there, I mean, the computer guy said, well, I could send it to a company for $300-400. They could probably take the platter out and put it on a different drive and make it work again. He goes, they they won't even open it up for less than, $100, $200. And I go, it's just images. It's not my life. All the pictures, like family pictures, are on Google Photos because I take them with my phone and then they're just uploaded to the cloud and woo, magic shit. So that is what I've been up to with the laser and some of that stuff. I had to put an exhaust in here because this thing stinks like a motherfucker when it's burning through metal and paint. One of the other ones I did, let's see how my umbilical cord, nope, can't get there. Hold on. Bucket, nobody's here live anyway, so you won't miss me. If I put this right there, if you can hear me. Test. So anyway, so this was done on canvas, and then I painted the canvas white, and then I like a kind of a greenish brown. I'm colorblind, so. And then I was printing that, so that's on canvas, my FJ40. And then I did one on metal, which turned out okay. It didn't turn out as bright as I would like it, like the Millennial Falcon. But it's it's a learning process. So having a hard time getting people to log on and be here. Of course, it's a weird time to do a live podcast. But what I'm thinking of doing, I have Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays when I'm at home. Now, some of those days get eaten up for work and my day job. But I think if I could find a good time to do it, I could do a live podcast once a week. I tried doing that at work, but none of my equipment will do that, and I can't. I can do live podcasts or live streaming only on my desktop because I don't have enough love from YouTube yet. I could do it on Facebook, but I'm not a fan of Facebook. I mean, I'm not a fan of YouTube either. But there's got to be a happy medium. So, I think I tried this once before, and I asked a lot of my subscribers to let me know, what would be good. I'm thinking a Thursday around this time once a week, or maybe Tuesday and Thursdays, say either in the morning or later on in the afternoon, like right now, probably 4. Maybe I could get some time on there and do that to where we could just chat and you guys could leave comments and all that, and we could kind of interact a little bit more. So that is the plan anyway. And as I move along and get a little bit better at the live streaming and all this shit, I could do that. So I'm not really set against doing live streams, but it's going to be easier for me because my video editing software also ended up going bye-bye. And I don't feel like downloading that again. It's just something that takes up time, and I don't end up with a lot of time. So anyway, here's the one thing I think I have on my channel at Prepper Guy that I ordered, and it came in kind of funky. Now this hooks to the laser, hooks to the y-axis, and then you can put a cup on here and it spins it, and it'll print on a tumbler or like a Yeti or something. And it was all goofed up. It wasn't lined up from here to here. It was kind of off. So I ended up putting like like a hole in there to where I could slide it over and get it to where it lines up perfectly. So that's on there if you want to see that. That's on prepperguy.com. And it's also on the YouTube DIY Prepper Guy channel. So anyway, I think I've talked long enough. I just wanted to make a few excuses of why I haven't been around as much. I know it's kind of not a new channel because I've been podcasting and making videos for 7 years, but I'm trying not to piss off the gods at YouTube. So I had to start over, and I don't have a lot of followers and stuff. So I know that the big part of building a YouTube channel is being more consistent and all that. But, quite honestly, me and my wife own a business and it eats up most of my time. And that's what pays our bills and all that. And so it gets top billing in my priority list. And everything else ends up on not the back burner, but at least the middle burner. And so I'm trying. Fucking let me know. I can tell by statistics that most people don't really like all the politics that I talk about, but there are reasons I do that, and it's mainly because we're being sold out, and the deep state. Even though we have the connotation of it's like the deep state, we think they're politicians or bankers that live in America, and it's part of the state, the United States. It's not. These people could be from Mars. They don't live here. They're not patriots. Their sons and daughters didn't go off to war. Their grandparents didn't go off to war to fight in World War I and II. They're just people that are money launderers, and they don't give a fuck about you and I. And so they're technically from another planet. I don't know if they speak English. I don't know what they speak, what language they speak, other than money. And so we're not part of their equation, and things are getting really bad. And I'm kind of glad to see that there's the BRICS nations of 80% of the commerce in the world right now is going that way. And it's kind of like, you have a crackhead friend and you need him to hit bottom, and that seems kind of harsh. But would you rather, have him end up dead? Because of an overdose. Eventually, they have to hit bottom, and then you can take them to rehab. And I think that's what needs to happen in America. And I think whether you and I, like it or not, it's going to happen. It's on its way. Putin already said that it can't be reversed. I would have liked to use the dollar, but you won't let me. And you stole $400 billion of my money or whatever it was. And now I can't use the dollar. So I'm not going to stop living, and I'm not going to just let my people die. So I'm working deals, and it's not hurting us. And so if you don't want us in your system helping you make money, we'll go over here. And that's all they've done. And a lot of the video people I see, even like this guy Dan and the Economic Ninja and them, they're always like, well, they're trying to destroy the dollar. No, what they're doing is self-defense. We weaponize the dollar, and they're defending against it. So it's quite literally cause and effect, and we caused it. This is the effect that we get. So I do better when I'm driving, but not really. I should get some notes out here, because then I could talk to you a little bit more about things that are going on, in the media and stuff like that, with some of the stuff I just watch it 24/7. And the more you look at it, with, Ukraine, Russia begins their offensive, they're just killing everyone in Ukraine. I mean, Ukraine's going to start calling up women. So, why are we allowing this? Even Gerald Celente, who, is really a smart guy, he's just like, he cusses so much because he gets mad because they're destroying our fucking country. And this guy, you know, it just happened overnight. I watched that one earlier about, some of the stuff they're doing with the banks and stuff. This gal here is really smart when it comes to silver and all that and what's going on. And we're being lied to and stuff. So anyway, I'll get off of that high horse. But it seems to work pretty good here. I've never been able to sit down in front of a microphone and talk. So this gives me the latitude. I have a tripod here that I could mount this camera to and probably get a cable, and I could get a little closer to there where I got a better looking background. So we shall see. So, all right, 20 minutes. I'm pretty well done chit chatting. I hope you'll make a note of it. That I think I'm gonna. What I'll try to do is Tuesday and Thursday, and we'll give it a whirl. And once this is on YouTube and some of my people listen to it after work, let me know what hours you guys work during the day. I have mornings and afternoons, say around 8:30. If that works better for you, if many of you are retired and wealthy, awesome. So just let me know about the format and what you'd like. And then once I get back outside and start building shit and stuff, I will record that so you guys can see it. And then I can do some tool reviews. I have purchased a few new tools. I bought a Harbor Freight. I think it's the Fortress brand, 4-gallon compressor for $200. And the number you want to look for on a compressor is the CFM, because what that does is it's how fast it puts air in the tank at 200 psi. So I've had really big compressors that are, got like an SCFM of 3, and this smaller one is super fast. And I have a Ryobi that's the same. It's 4.1, and the one I just got is 4.1 or 2, and so that's the speed that it charges that tank. So that's the number you want to listen to. Maybe I'll do a review of that because I just plugged it in this morning and aired up the tires of my truck. So we shall see. Anyway, once I get video editing done, then I can walk around and randomly just go, oh, I'll record that. Oh, I'll record that. But I kind of suck at it. And if I don't see that people really want it, then I'll just go back to doing it the way I do it for my own therapy. So let me know. I mean, you guys are part of it, and I'd like to build a little DIY/prepper community that's all about thinking about side hustles when the world ends. Like, what are you going to do to have electricity, pay your bills, and continue on? It's one thing to say I got a retreat and generators and I live off grid and all that, but that doesn't answer the question about other things. What happens when your batteries finally wear out in 2-3 years, or your flashlight breaks, or your gas runs out, or your generator, you run out of that 1,000 gallons of propane because it runs out. I mean, otherwise I'd buy 1,000 gallons and I'd never need to buy propane again, but it runs out. So what are you going to do when that happens? What are you going to do when your wood burning stove gets a hole in it, or something happens and you don't have a welder or any way of fixing it, and you live so far out there? See, so that one of the things is, building a trailer with compressors and welders and stuff. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be a small 100 volt welder just to fix things. Nobody's going to want, Jesse James to show up and weld the frame back on their bike. They just want to be able to get back into town and stuff. So these are side hustles. These are things we need to think about. And so that's the community that I think we need to be gearing up for. It's like, what will I do for my neighbor? All these laser things and stuff, these are just fun hobbies. But welders and CNC machines and stuff like that, they can all be put to work eventually. And so for now, to me, it's a hobby. It's not a hobby that I want to make money doing. It's not a side hustle, but I want to learn how to do it good enough to where if I have to, I can make money. I can barter. I can trade. So I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to end this stream. So good luck. And like I always say, I love you guys all. And I hope everything is going good for you. And let me know. Bye.